I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything except my faith. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. I got 3 reasons. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back, but I continued to fail and fail and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. I did a play called Fences on Broadway. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. My wife told me this great expression. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Les Brown's a motivational speaker. He made an analogy about this. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. Because remember this, you will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take it with you. The question is, what are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors, some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money, some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have love, some of you have the gift of long suffering, whatever it is, whatever your gift is. What are you going to do with what you have? Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. While it may be frightening, it will also be rewarding. Because the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Fall forward.
If you haven't failed recently, you're not even trying. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Kumari Deshay. Happy Motivation Monday to you. You guys just heard from one of the most iconic just spirits to grace this planet, Denzel Washington. Wow. If you haven't failed recently, you're not even trying. Have you guys ever heard anybody that you admire speak? I don't think I have ever, there's nobody that I can say I look up to or admire that hasn't been through some hard times, that doesn't have a story. I remember being in a marketing seminar some years back and hearing or learning a very valuable lesson. Facts tell, stories sell. And that means that your story is the most valuable thing that you have. It's the most important thing that you have. It means that, you know, with all the failures and all the, you know, hardships that you faced in your life, there were lessons learned. That means that there was growth. And with that comes wisdom that you can basically pass forward and pass along to other people. Like, we get in the habit of asking for things and then thinking that we're in need and that somebody is holding us back from, you know, making that thing happen, when in all truth, like, we're just probably like lazy, or not even necessarily lazy. If that's not the case, maybe we just don't know like how to move forward. So instead of trying to resolve that disconnect, we resort to like blaming other people and trying to, you know, offset the energy and the focus from us to somebody else so that we're not feeling that pressure and that heat. I think that pressure and that heat serves purpose though. You know, maybe you are meant to move. Maybe it's time to go. Maybe you needed a fire up under you so that you could basically get, you know, past your comfort zone and past where you currently are and past your current habits and routines that may not be serving you well. And that's not a comfortable process. You know, you're going to fall short. You're not going to know what that road looks like. It's going to take trial and error, right? You're going to fall on your face. You're not going to have all the answers up front. But in going on that journey, you start to get a lot more familiar with the process, and you get a lot more answers that you didn't once have. You start to frame things differently as far as your perspective and the questions that you're asking that you didn't once have and that you weren't once doing. So I think that is very empowering because it gives you everything that you need to be able to make a well-informed decision about who you are and how you want to move forward. So yeah, happy Motivation Monday to you guys. If you have not failed at all recently, you're not even trying, quite frankly. You know, so you feel like there's a lot of adversity, a lot of shaky ground. Maybe you're probably just on the right track. You know, you just gotta embrace that adversity and take that as the universe. And all right, again, training ground. All right, I must be getting ready for something. You know, maybe I'm facing all of this to make sure that I can weather the storm, because the reality is this. There are always going to be storms to weather. And I think we get caught up in the fact that there is a storm instead of realizing the fact that there will always be storms. We need to level up. The storms are not going to go away. We just get stronger. We learn how to weather them. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Let YouTube know that y'all are rocking with the content. Hit the subscribe button, share it with somebody that isn't currently subscribed, and all of that. Comment down below topics that you guys would want me to discuss and cover in future Motivation Monday topics, or just if you're familiar with this channel and everything that I'm covering, just anything that you would like to see on this channel, and I will get back to you. Happy Motivation Monday to you guys. Stay up, stay prayed up, just, you know, keep your head up, and have a great week. I'm gonna see you guys on the next